first, what I would like to start with is why the topic of EMF and EMF toxins is so important right now and what makes the difference for women.
Yes, well, there's a lot of different health effects that EMF can have, including aging your skin, weight gain, making your body much more stressed, and throwing off your sleep, throwing off your hormones, increasing blood sugar, dysregulation, causing your neurotransmitters to not be produced as much as they should, zapping your energy, and just all different kinds of health issues. It's just the list is really kind of shocking when you look at the research. And there's lots of books published about this. Dr. Mercola, who wrote EMF, and Dr. Anne Louise Gittleman, and Nick Pineau has written an amazing book on this topic, all with the research behind the health issues that are being caused by EMF. And there's thousands of scientists sounding the alarm about this. And really, like 5G and EMF, they're one of our bigger causes of accelerated aging. So it's really important to do something to mitigate this. And I'll go into why in this webinar, what exactly people can do to protect themselves.
Yes, absolutely, because we're all about solutions. It's great to get the information because sometimes it's just a matter of awareness and also the level of awareness. Like we've heard EMFs are not good for us, but the level that we're at right now is so different than what it was years and years and years ago. So it's so important now to take action. You can't just avoid it.
Yeah. But we might want to preface our talk, like, what exactly are EMFs for anyone that
I,
might not be familiar with that?
I think that's a great idea. And what they are, where they come from, how we're exposed to them, that would be great.
Yeah. So EMF just stands for electromagnetic field. That's all it is. And it's just an invisible area of energy. It's kind of there's different kinds of waves where information is sent on energy waves. And so we get packets of information through Wi-Fi downloaded into our cell phone, and that's one form of EMF. And also dirty electricity. So there electricity can come out of your walls. That's also another form of EMF. They just call it dirty electricity. But we can also get it from TV and radio waves, from cell phone signals, Wi-Fi, emitted from appliances. There's a lot of Bluetooth appliances, your wireless headphones, the little earbuds, your microwave, your smart meter that measures your electricity in your home, and even light bulbs and O-ring lights that people use for filming or doing Zoom calls. Light bulbs it's pretty shocking how much EMF that they emit. But yeah, and also, like I mentioned, the dirty electricity coming out of our walls is can't be don't want to overlook that as well. And yeah, so those are the main sources right there.
Okay. Okay, great. So then do you want to dive into like the real health and issues that we have with that?
Yes.
Because I feel like it's one thing to say, EMFs are bad and that, they affect the hormones, they affect, our neurotransmitters, they affect like the transfer of information, but like how does that show up for us and what does that actually mean?
Yeah, so there's a lot of health issues caused by EMF. Probably the scariest one people think of is, brain tumors. They can cause benign tumors and malignant tumors. And they can have adverse effects on neurotransmitters in the brain that can result in mood swings, memory loss, learning, and stress. They also can actually cause rupturing of the brain cells, shockingly.
Mm.
And that can lead to calcium ion leakage, resulting in slower brain reaction times, also known as brain fog, one cause of that. It can cause disruptions in brain glucose metabolism linked to Alzheimer's disease, among other problems, and blood sugar dysregulation issues. But specifically where people hold their phone, that's where it's going to be causing the blood sugar regulation in that part of the brain. And then it can cause sleep disruption, namely melatonin production reduction. And so if you're not making enough melatonin, because these EMF waves are coming in and irritating your pineal gland, it almost works like a form of light. Like light is on an electromagnetic spectrum as well. And so when you have these frequencies come in, it just irritates the pineal gland and reduces melatonin production. And so that's going to negatively impact sleep, which is going to ruin every other kind of, health parameter that you're trying to improve.
Right.
And then it goes into like fertility problems, lowered immunity. It really goes on and on and on. Thyroid dysfunction. I mean, there's just an unbelievable amount of research on EMFs, and we don't have time to get into all of it, but
Right.
it's not having a positive effect on our health. And the EMF also ungrounds us. So one thing what I do when I'm working with patients is I just want to get their body grounded. Because just like having a negative electrical charge, which is also meaning grounded, that's going to mitigate a lot of different health issues that people have, feeling stressed, not sleeping well, having the cells have the right electrical charge so they pull in nutrients properly and the cell metabolism works properly. And so if you're what EMF does is it creates this more of a positive charge on the body. So it's that's why grounding is so helpful. It's kind of sitting on the ground, swimming in the ocean, and you kind of get your electrical charge matched to that of the Earth's, or what are called Schumann resonances. It's kind of the frequency of the Earth, about 7.83 megahertz is the average of the Schumann's resonance. And so that grounding, dramatically improves health, which is why you hear so much about grounding. Well, EMF has the opposite effect of that.
It's actually a little mind boggling that we could have something in our environment, in our home, in our, it's unavoidable outside, inside. But, right now I've got, laptop computer, I've got a screen, I've got a camera, I've got, all of the boxes that go to that. I've got, some lights on. Can't even
Yeah.
imagine, what that is like when I sit here quite a bit. So, yeah, um, w can we go into some solutions?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and that's why, it's so because we are surrounded by so much sources or so many sources of EMF, and it's only going to be growing, it's not going to be reducing anytime soon. That's why it's
No,
really important to think about EMF mitigation and to think about, doing a home inventory or doing some things to protect your devices, protect your body, because it's something that I think is the last thing on people's list. Most people have a lot of other boxes to check in their health
yeah,
regime before they start thinking about this. Like I knew about it for years. I'd been hearing about it and reading about it, for a long time before I finally was like, okay, I got to go down this rabbit hole and figure out what to do. But there's
mm,
a lot of garbage out there. There's a lot of stuff that really does not work like I claim it does. So you have to be very careful
right,
about what you purchase. But some simple things that you can do to protect your body are just a distance. So when you're not using your phone, just have it in an arm's length away from you. You don't need to have it like right next to you all the time. Definitely not in your bra, not in your pocket, preferably,
right,
in your purse or, somewhat away from your body. Or if you do have to have it on your body, just put it on, turn it off. You don't need to have it on all the time. At bare minimum, put it on airplane mode with the Bluetooth off as well. So you have to touch the airplane and the Bluetooth. But it
right,
still will emit some EMF, but a lot less. Also, don't charge it by your head at night. Don't charge your cell
mm,
phone at night right by your head, because when you're charging the cell phone, when you're using it or it's charging next to your head at night, next to your nightstand, it's emitting a lot more EMF than if it's not charging. So just be aware of that. Try not to charge your phone while you're using it, and just,
right,
try to make that like a habit. Also, for phone calls, just use a wired headset if you can, because the earbuds really emit a lot of EMF. But I'll give you a solution you can use to help to mitigate some of the EMF exposure. But the earbuds really emit a lot of EMF, so it's much better to be wired. I don't let my daughter use the unwired ones, so she has
Right.
a wired headset like this.
Old
Um,
fashioned plugs into the phone.
yes, or
Yeah.
use a speakerphone.
Yep.
I use
Yeah.
speakerphone a lot. Just don't put
Me
that cell
too.
phone next to your head because most people are
Yeah.
constantly using the same side of their head. And usually people they do develop brain tumors. They get them develop on the side of their head where they're talking on the phone, ironically,
Right.
or not
Right.
surprisingly. And
Yeah.
then yeah, and then also turn your Wi-Fi router off at night. That's a very,
Mm.
very simple one. And if you do have a Wi-Fi router, don't have it in your bedroom. Big, 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 big no-no. You do not want a Wi-Fi router at night on for the whole house, all night while you're sleeping. Also, if you don't want your bedroom in the same room as the smart meter. So there's a lot of people I've met that have a smart meter that's communicating wirelessly the amount of electric usage, and that can be right in the wall at the head of their bed, where their
Yeah.
bed
Like,
is.
oh, so on an outside wall, like on that
Yes.
outside wall. So if you know where your smart meter is, because you can't even avoid getting a smart meter now.
Yeah. Mhm.
And sometimes they're out in your driveway, but most of the time they're on your house, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't want to sleep in that same room, for sure. It's just because you can't turn that off.
Right.
Yeah, and so those are just very simple things that you can do. But also, there are different devices that you can wear. So I developed what's called the Harmony pendant and a couple of other things. I have this is the Harmony pendant right here.
Yeah.
And then I also have the Harmony EMF equilibrium card. It's a real
Yeah.
pretty little card right here.
Mhm.
And then also these Harmony EMF protection stickers as well.
I
And
have them
so,
in
and they,
application. Yeah.
yeah, so it's like a complete suite of different products that can help to mitigate EMF and mitigate the stressful effects of EMF. They're not EMF blockers, so that doesn't really exist. You can't really block EMF short of
Yeah.
like getting kind of a Faraday cage that has silver threads in it that you sleep in at night.
Yeah.
Highly recommended because that will completely block all the EMFs. But
Mhm.
anything else is not going, it's not gonna, they're not gonna block EMFs. And
Yeah.
so I've been studying bioenergetics for almost 10 years. And so I wanted to develop something that has frequencies imprinted onto it that not only they almost like transmute, maybe that's a good way of explaining it. They transmute the negative effects of EMF and turn it into positive frequencies that don't harm your body. And we see evidence of this in different stress tests that we've done and in different studies that we've done. And I'll show you some research on a number of different types of studies that we've done. But one was an HRV study, which is it's a study of heart rate variability. And so heart rate variability is really important to monitor. So I monitor mine with this Aura ring that I wear. I monitor my sleep with this and real popular. And so your heart rate variability is one of the most important markers of health and of stress as well. So you want to do things that are going to improve your heart rate variability. And what we found in our study that we did, for Harmony Pendant, we had 107 different participants with 8 different doctors, and we found that people's heart rate variability improved on average by 700% just
Wow.
wearing the Harmony pendant, which was really shocking. We were shocked by that, and so are the doctors because they use this Heart Scientific heart rate variability software. A lot of these doctors use this software, and I have it as well to test if modalities they're using are working or not, so to see if the patient's responding to them. They test a lot of different variables, like energy levels and biological age, and a lot of different markers
Right.
of overall health.
Yes,
But
we use
the
that in our clinic too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh, but that's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
it's a great way to just test if what you're doing is working or not, because people can't always feel that something is working. You have to test the nervous system and the heart rate and things like that. And this software also looks at the chakras and the meridians and all kinds of
Oh,
different things. You're not going to be able to feel if your heart chakra meridian improved and things like that. And so the study also found that there was a significant increase in energy reserves, the mitochondrial power, on
mm,
average by 530% in the
wow.
study. And there was increased total energy beyond the baseline, before introduction of an EMF stressor. People lowered their biological age by 2 years, which is really
Wow.
fascinating. And
Yes.
yes, and we enhance the body's biophoton field, or it's kind of like your aura, so to speak, the energy field around your body that improved by 140%. And yeah, so just really, really interesting data that we found with the Harmony pendant. I have other studies I can show you with the EMF card and the stickers. And I
Yeah.
can show those to you if you want.
All right. So do we want to show them the offer and so that they
Mm,
can see what we're talking about?
yes, exactly. So I'll share my screen here.
This is your the Black Friday that you've reignited for us. So I
Yes, yes,
appreciate
yes,
that.
yes. Yeah, so you can see here, let me go down to the offer section. So this is kind of what the page looks like, just going over the different study components and how it lowers stress and improves heart rate variability. And you can kind of dig into all that. Here it lights up the aura field, the energy field right there. But
Oh,
if
the
you
brain one is great.
Yes, and
Hmm.
we have a lot of testimonials from a lot of different health influencers. But yeah, so you can get some savings. It's $89 per pendant if you get one. But if you want to get two pendants, it's $79 per pendant. And you can pick any size or color combo you want. And then if you get a family pack, which is four pendants, you get there's $61 per pendant. So that's kind of like the best savings right there.
Yeah, that's like getting one for free, right? That's
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. So to not have some confusion, some people are thinking you get four and get one for free. It's like getting one for free. So buy three,
Yeah,
get one free for your fourth one.
exactly. Yeah, and you
Okay.
save a lot of money if you get, if you're getting four versus one.
Yeah.
And we
And
give
I mean,
free shipping. We give free shipping as well.
oh,
If it's
great.
$99 or more, we do free shipping in the US.
Okay. Okay. And you know, if you already have a pen and you only want to do one and because you want to make sure you get access to the cards and the stickers, this is still a good price. It's a $60 savings. So,
Yes.
and then I think the rose gold is 99 or the gold is
Yes.
99. So
Yeah,
that would
the
qualify.
yeah, the gold and the rose gold are, because they're real gold, they do cost a little bit
Yeah.
more, but if you
Yeah,
can
for
like
sure.
choose gold and it goes
Okay.
up a little bit.
And then how long is the offer effective?
Yeah, so this will be going on, just for is anyone that's watching this, it'll be valid. We're gonna, maintain this offer for your audience. We're not gonna turn it off.
Okay. Someone is Steph's asking about the metal card that emits the Schumann resonance and
Yes.
the Solfeggio as well.
Yes, Silvaggio. Yeah, so all of them. So the pendant, the card, and the stickers have the same
That's what I
frequencies imprinted on them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought the pendant
Yeah.
was, you know, very much that, which I actually like the pendant because it's easier for me to wear something because I never have anything that I put in like in my pockets.
Yeah.
I don't put my cell phone in my pocket, but what I do have is the card that sits on my computer. And then on the back of my phone, I have the sticker. But what I also have that this is the case that my sticker goes in. I actually think that I'm going to get another one of these and
Yes.
stick it in this because this, you know, a lot of times people have credit card slots, but
Hmm.
that's a good idea too, right? To
Yeah,
have it.
absolutely. Yeah, on my phone, I have the card and the sticker, but yeah, in my case, I have
Oh, so that's
you
true.
can
I
put
could
it
just
in
put the card.
between.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
But I have a
even better
sticker
idea.
also right there. But you can
Okay.
put them anywhere. You can put the sticker,
Yeah, I agree.
usually the cards will help to protect from EMF in a room, like a room space, but you can use it for
Uh,
your phone. But you can also just have it like one per room to also
Okay.
help with EMF mitigation and whatnot. But yeah, you want to put like one sticker or a card on each device. You can also put them on your router. You can put them in
Okay.
your car. So people that have
Is
electric cars can have a lot of
Oh
EMF,
my gosh,
a
so
lot
strong.
of
I've
Wi-Fi.
been nauseous. I've been
Hmm.
nauseous in some electric cars. So as far as like I well, one is I only have one of these, so I will be getting more to put in the different rooms. Can I put this right on the router?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
set it
And
right on the router.
okay. And so the sticker versus the card. What if
Either
I'm gonna
one.
get
Yeah, so
okay,
it doesn't really matter. It's really more of what's more convenient for you
okay,
based on the device.
okay, all right, okay. So yeah, so Kat's got some recommendations, but I'm unfamiliar with those, so I'm not gonna read those out loud. I'm an avid researcher, as Wendy knows, and am very, I mean, I rarely have anybody on our monthly webinars as interviews, and I mean, I have 100% respect and for Wendy, Dr. Wendy's work and what she does and the amount of research she does. She is fastidious, like even on her supplements, on the capsules nothing to coat those capsules to make sure that they're not an additional toxin or potential issue for your body. So I mean, I totally appreciate that because I can't do research on everything to just know that you are doing what you're supposed to do to be able to get, the best possible results that you can is just it settles my mind. So
Mhm.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm just really, really focused on bioenergetics right now and learning everything that I can. I have so many different mentors and classes that I've taken over the years, and learning all kinds of different using different types of bioenergetic software and Rife and all these different technologies that are very expensive.
Mm,
But it's actually relatively simple to imprint frequencies onto different things, different devices, and in cards and creams and things like that. But I think it's more about knowing what frequencies to imprint. But for me, I think this is just a very simple way for people to mitigate EMF. It's a simple way for people to reduce stress because it's difficult to reduce stress in our lives.